Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is William Hindman, and you are at Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job, or they really screw it up. Guys, this one here is from the civil rights lawyer. Please go over and check him out. Join or subscribe to his channel. Check his stuff out. Tell him I sent you guys over there. John Bryant. He's a attorney, and he does a really, really super job. And hit his like and share so you help out his algorithms. He has 1 million subscribers, but I'm not there yet. Trying. Hey, guys. This goes out to all the bootlickers and the Karens and Darrens out there that think these cops can't do anything wrong, even when they get caught doing it. This is a perfect example of that. This young man is asleep. I mean, dead asleep. The cop goes into his room, wakes him up, grabs him, beats him, knee strikes, fist strikes. You ought to see his face. It's just, oh, my God, are you kidding me? Pepper spray. And after he's handcuffed and lied in his affidavit that he turned in to the into the sheriff's department, you know, when he turned his paperwork in, and the FBI came in and said, "Whoa, hang on a second, your paperwork doesn't match what the video does." Well, come to find out that the officer lied. Oh no, not an officer lie. He wouldn't do that. He's an officer. Hey, you bootlicking scumbags. Anyway, got caught lying, got caught perjuring himself. His sheriff backed him up, of course. Wow, that's a shocker. Never seen that happen before. You know my opinion of that. FBI indicted him and had him charged. Went to court, went to trial, and they acquitted him. That's what I mean by Karens and Darrens and bootlickers. You guys want to give these guys such a break that even when it's hitting you in the face, you're not willing to admit that an officer could be wrong, which means you are part of the problem, which I have been saying, and nobody wants to listen. So you can call me, you know, whatever you want to in the comments. You can say I'm unhinged. You know, you should say I can get a job, whatever. Okay? I don't care. When the video evidence shows it and you people let him go, that makes you part of the problem. So let's check this out. If you would, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, bell icon, unless you don't put out a new video. Hit the like and share to help my algorithms. If you don't, it don't matter to me. But I'd appreciate it if you do. So, you know, I'm not going to beg you guys to help me out, but if you want to help me out, you can. Okay, here we go, folks. You're going to find this disturbing, and I'm going to try to stay out of it, but it ain't going to happen. But just so you know, watch.
Sheriff's Department, Blue. Wake up, man.
Body cam footage you are about to see has never been seen publicly and caused the feds to indict a West Virginia police officer.
Now, look at this bald-headed prick. What is it with all these cops that think they got to be bald-headed skinheads? What is that? I'm tough because I'm a skinhead? Wow.
That went to a criminal trial. The jury who saw it found the officer not.
Look at this guy. He's bald as a cue ball. And he's doing steroids. Look at his neck. But listen to how he's talking to this young man.
Not guilty.
Sheriff's Department, man, wake up. Don't be swinging or I'm gonna put you in handcuffs.
This is some of the most disturbing police body cam footage that I have ever seen.
And this scumbag turns off his body cam. Isn't that amazing that he would do that?
You want the solution? Give me the solution. There's the solution.
Do you like that solution? I got that problem solver, man. I got that problem solver.
Yeah, and he's handcuffed, you
Caliente,
scumbag.
man. I didn't know anybody. Mucho caliente. Now, could you calm down so I can fix my tie, sir? I look a mess. I'm all disheveled. Stop, boy! Stop! Boy!
And he's handcuffed.
Do this all night long. Stop stepping on me.
And the officer said that he never struck him. It's just, it's one lie after another. And you Karens and Darrens and bootlickers back these clowns. I don't get it. What is wrong with you people? Are you brain dead? Can you not see what's in front of you? Or you just don't care?
You awake? Rise and shine.
Sit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, you need to watch it, Winston. You need to watch it, because you've been real shitty with me. If you step at me like that again, we'll you up, Winston. You understand me? Yes.
You hear this? You hear what he's saying to this kid? The kid's being polite and he's being an asshole.
Yes, sir. I'll never do it again, sir.
Push your sleeves up.
Let's pretend that you are a juror. I'll show you the evidence. Give me your verdict.
You want to guess what my verdict is?
I want to thank all of you for celebrating with me passing the 1 million subscriber mark. It's nice to get nice messages. Earlier this month, though, I got a really hateful message just out of the blue. Apparently, it came from a family member of a police officer that I did a video on back in August of 2022. It was about a West Virginia deputy who was arrested and indicted by the feds. And at the time, I could not show the body cam footage. It was not available anywhere on the internet because it was being used in this prosecution. I sent a FOIA request for it, but it was denied, as I detailed in that video over 2 years ago.
Now, it was denied. They were using it in the trial. So what? It's public record. If it would have helped the officers out, it'd have been on social media already. This is this double-sided snake that we deal with on a daily basis. They're supposed to be serve and protect. Serve and protect who? Themselves? Because that's what it seems like. But you have 15 IQ, sovereign citizen cops who think they're above the law. And this is exactly what you get.
After reading this hate mail that I recently received that said, get your facts straight, that said I lied, that called me a fraud and a fake lawyer and a punk and told me to go myself, loser, and it included part of a story about this same police officer being found not guilty ultimately in his criminal prosecution. So I responded to this.
Yeah, he was found not guilty by bootlickers, Karens, and Darrens. Because you can see in the video what happens. He lied in his affidavit that he turned in. The sheriff backed him up 100% because he's a scumbag too. And you want to talk about me being a hater. I'm not a hater. I know what my eyes see. I know when somebody's being punched, when somebody's being kicked, somebody's being maced. I already heard the handcuffs go on him. What'd they do, put the handcuffs on the wrong guy? But yet, you guys can't see this? Helen Keller could have seen it.
Guy, that's right. I remember this case. Thanks for reminding me. Now that the criminal case is over, I'll send another FOIA request. Well, just a couple of days ago, I got that footage in. Was this deputy completely innocent? Was he the victim of a tyrannical federal government prosecuting him for political reasons? Let's look at the footage together. I'll try to be fair, and you can reach your own conclusions. This incident occurred in Monongalia County, West Virginia. That's where WVU is, up closer to Pittsburgh. These are the facts of what happened according to the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia. Deputy Lance Caretza and 6 other police officers responded to a disturbance at the Residence Inn Hotel on January 20th, 2018. An investigation at the scene determined none of the suspects broke laws or would be arrested, but hotel management asked that they be escorted from the property.
But if we don't have any probable cause for an arrest, you guys be packing your stuff. We'll be waiting for you. And you're escorting you off the property. We're trying to stop you guys from getting arrested. If we tell you don't go in there, don't go in there. If we tell you to be quiet, be quiet.
Thank you.
We're trying to figure out a way to get you guys out of here so nobody gets arrested.
As the group exited the floor, Caretza ordered one of the guests to open the door to a nearby room where he found a man sleeping. Carezza then allegedly began to shake the man and hit his feet to wake him up. When the guest explained he was sleeping, Carezza threw him off the bed and beat him. As the contact escalated, Carezza restrained the guest as the 6 other officers were in the room. This particular victim had a flashlight in his face and thought it was his friends just messing around with him. It turned out it was a sheriff's deputy, and from there it got really out of control. Carezza battered and used pepper spray on the victim while the victim was handcuffed. Then, while the suspect was being taken out of the property, Carezza allegedly continued to use unnecessary force. Then, the police report that was filed after this happened did not indicate the pepper spray had been deployed after handcuffs were put on the victim. In fact, it said that pepper spray was deployed before handcuffs were used, which was not consistent with the video evidence that we have. Now,
So that means that the officer lied.
this is the narrative that Deputy Lance Carezza wrote in his report. Deputies were advised that there were multiple males fighting and there were threats being made to shoot someone. Upon our arrival, we made contact with 2 rooms of males in various states of intoxication. I made contact with a male later identified as Quentin Graciano, who was lying on a bed inside one of the hotel rooms. I announced myself several times, but Graciano refused to get up.
He was asleep. Why didn't you put that in your report? Because it'd make you look bad. Scumbag.
Attempted to shake Graciano awake, and he pushed me away. I eventually was able to wake Graciano fully, at which time he struck me with his fist. Graciano then rolled out of the bed and a physical confrontation ensued.
Now, you never ever saw him swing at the cop. So once again, he lied again. How many times does this cop have to lie? And you guys let him go.
Here's the actual footage.
Sheriff's office. Oh, come on. Would y'all step out for me?
Oh, sorry, sir.
Take your hands out of your pockets.
Step out here. Hands out of your pockets.
Yep, sir, sure. There you go. Sorry, sir.
Step out here. What's going on tonight?
Step out.
We're trying to
Keep your hands out of your pockets. I'm not going to tell you again. Step outside.
Yeah.
Hands out of your pockets. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. Stop moving. Do you understand me? Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Yes, I know. Out of your pockets. Okay. That's fine. Do you want to sleep off, sir? I'm good.
What's going on with you?
What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing. What do you mean?
Something's going on here because we're here. What's going on?
Nothing. What do you mean? I'm in this hotel room.
Okay, was there an argument or a fight?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Give me your ID.
You can have it. Yeah.
Okay, they just said that there was a fight. So what's your malfunction?
I have no malfunction. You can ask me.
No, I said what's your malfunction? Because they're all admitting that there was a fight.
You can ask them. I don't know.
They did ask them. I'm asking you because I asked you if there was a fight and you said no.
As far as I know, there wasn't. No.
So you're sitting here and there's 6 dudes fighting in the room and you have no idea what's going on. You're being very unhelpful and very uncooperative.
1,000% yes.
1,000% yes what?
1,000% yes. If there was a fight, I was here for it unknowingly.
You're that drunk?
No, I was here.
Stop talking.
My buddy Craig's laying on the couch and he's laying there.
So you have the first young man asleep, quit talking. And this is a professional officer, supposedly. What a low life.
We're best friends. We're good buddies. We're getting calls that you guys are going to shoot each other and all kinds of stuff. So
Kill maybe.
probably you were just saying like I'm freaking kill. No, so just as like wrestling.
Like, dude, get out of my face. Like, stop.
James?
Yeah, it's mine.
And that's my bad. That is my bad. Yeah. Like, they're my brother. That's my bad. We're all friends. It was all stupid.
Yeah, I want to fuck you 30 minutes ago at least.
We're all friends.
How many times have I said I'm getting you silly? I promise.
And these are both on. These are both.
Next one, actually, 0272, it's 021.
Where are these two right here? That's who was going in.
These are both on.
You're fine, man. Relax. Just don't stick your hands in your pocket, right?
What's that? Take your hand out of your pocket.
What room are you in, sir? Who's in 327?
Hey, relax. Put your arms down.
I'm in 327.
He doesn't have a.
You are?
Yes, sir.
Who's the guy that went in there that's in this group?
I've been trying to get in there, but I can't because I
All our
know
cards are working.
my key is not letting me in.
Came at me, dude. No.
Don't talk to your please.
Honestly.
Seriously,
I was sleeping.
Both of these girls.
Shut the hell up.
Which one? What's under your line?
I have both rooms, but he's.
Stand up now.
Sorry, guys.
What's going on tonight?
We're just.
Hands out of your pockets. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. Mikey, stop moving. Do you understand me? Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Out of your pockets.
Does anyone else need one, sir?
I'm good.
No, that's the whole thing. Okay, who's in 327?
Management's getting a key, because he said he didn't.
Which one?
The one to your right.
I have both. I have both.
So, stand up, man. Step out here.
Stand up.
Yep, come on out.
I probably have a key to that room if they want it. I'm with them.
Okay, well, let's see if you got a key.
Probably do.
But no, you said you dropped it.
Does anybody have a gun?
No, I don't know.
There's no gun.
No, he doesn't know Pittsburgh, man.
Swear to God,
Has any of you guys not been drinking?
By the way, if you're asking yourself, well, wait a minute, can cops just go into hotel rooms? Do they need a warrant for that? If you're asking yourself that, you're completely right. Apparently, this was not even part of the criminal allegations against Deputy Carezza. In West Virginia, we are in the Fourth Circuit. The Fourth Circuit, consistent with U.S. Supreme Court precedent, Stoner versus California from 1964, recognizes that a hotel guest has a reasonable expectation of privacy in their hotel room during their stay there, during their tenancy, just like it's a home. But what if the hotel management gives the cops permission and says that these people were being loud, they need to go? Well, hotel management cannot consent to a police search of a guest's room while the guest retains a privacy interest in the room. Only the guest can waive their Fourth Amendment rights, absent some other exception. So this expectation of privacy in our hotel rooms can only be terminated when the guest's rental period ends, i.e. checkout time, or when the hotel evicts the guest for valid reasons, such as disruptive behavior, and takes affirmative steps to repossess the room. For example, locking the guest out or notifying the guest of eviction. Here, while we're told that the hotel wants these people out, we see no proof that hotel management has asked them to leave and they've refused. We see no proof that hotel management has taken some sort of affirmative step to lock them out of the room or evict them from the room. Certainly in the middle of the night here, this was not their checkout time. The other exceptions that might allow the police to enter these hotel rooms under these circumstances would be exigent circumstances, such as immediate danger to others or destruction of evidence. Or there could be voluntary consent to enter by the guest. But here, since we're dealing with Mr. Graciano, he's fast asleep in his bed. He clearly did not consent to anything. Let's continue.
What's up? No, we won't.
Anybody sober?
All of us have been drinking all
I am the soberest one here. I'm the soberest one here. And these are both
the most
of them.
annoyed here. For sure.
All right, try the key.
127, I was unable to call
I
you
got
last
you, man.
week.
Sit back, sit back.
Step back. They're looking for.
Sheriff's Department! Blue! Wake up, man. Sheriff's Department.
Hey,
Wake up, man.
go.
Sheriff's Department, man. Wake up. Wake up, man.
127, Michael.
Wake up.
Ow.
Sheriff's Department, wake up.
Valid to a Lexus subject to Tiazi's clear, Mary.
Sheriff's Department, man, wake up. Don't be swinging, or I'm gonna put you in handcuffs. You just...
At that very moment, Deputy Koretsa's body cam shuts off or is turned off. Which is it? I don't know. During the jury trial, after all the witnesses had testified and the evidence had been admitted, Deputy Koretsa's defense attorney asked the judge to acquit him, to just take it out of the hands of the jury. The judge issued an order describing the evidence that was admitted against Deputy Koretsa. So I will read to you the findings by the federal judge who presided over this criminal trial. Witness testimony has demonstrated Koretsa used force on Mr. Graciano after he was restrained in handcuffs. Indeed, the government's evidence has shown within moments of Koretsa entering the locked hotel room of the sleeping Mr. Graciano, the force began. Upon Mr. Graciano waking to the pokes and prods of Koretsa, Mr. Graciano swats Koretsa with an open hand. Koretsa's body camera is switched off, and somehow Mr. Graciano is on the floor of the hotel room in a prone position, in the narrow hall between the bathroom and the bed. Viewing the evidence in the light most favorable to the government, video evidence and witness testimony showed knee strikes and pepper spray deployment after officers Mongold, Koretsa, and Co. restrained Mr. Graciano in handcuffs. Law enforcement witnesses have testified that when force was being used on Mr. Graciano while he was handcuffed, they did not use force on Mr. Graciano because they did not believe force was needed at that time. There is sufficient evidence to convict Mr. Koretsa because a reasonable jury could find that based on the evidence offered in the government's case in chief, a reasonable officer in his position would find the force used was unreasonable. Therefore, the defendant's motion is denied. In other words, the judge found that sufficient evidence had been presented by the federal government for any reasonable jury to conclude that Deputy Koretsa was guilty of the crimes charged in the indictment. But in a criminal prosecution, unlike civil lawsuits where the courts use an objective standard, here it must be proven that not only did the defendant violate civil rights, constitutional rights, but that he did so with willfulness. Now, what does that mean? According to the jury instructions given to this jury by the judge, a person acts willfully if he acts voluntarily and intentionally with the specific intent to do something the law forbids. So if the government can't prove beyond any reasonable doubt that the defendant did these things, violated constitutional rights with this specific criminal intention to break the law, then he must be acquitted. And here, although the feds were prosecuting, the sheriff, the Monongalia County Sheriff, had this deputy's back. The other officers who were involved who were not being prosecuted really muddied the waters about whether or not Koretsa was completely ignorant that he was violating the Constitution. And perhaps that's all it took for a jury to conclude, well, the government hasn't proven what his specific intent was, and he didn't testify, as is his right. So if the jury concluded that he was poorly trained or just completely ignorant, they had to acquit him from a criminal federal prosecution. That does not mean that he didn't violate this man's constitutional rights. This federal judge found there was sufficient evidence for the jury to come back guilty had they chosen to do so. So here we go back to Deputy Coe's body cam, which did catch some of what was happening.
Give me your hands! Watch, Sergeant. Go ahead. Please don't. Give me your hands! Give me your hands! I got you. Please stop. Well, please, you know I owe nothing. You want the solution? Give me the solution. There's the solution. Do you like that solution? I got that problem solver, man. I got that problem solver, huh? That's the problem solver. Right there, that's the problem solver. Man, my ties missing. You see that? Unbelievable.
When I say the other cops here muddied the waters for the jury, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. So in the video, the jury hears Koretsa talking about the solution and talking about the problem solver. We all know what he's talking about. This is an excerpt of the jury trial transcript. When Deputy Ethan Mongold was asked under oath, well, what was Koretsa talking about? Do you know what the solution or the problem solver was? This was his answer. I don't. Question. Do you know why you said give him the solution? And remember, Mongold said give him the solution, responding to Karetsa.
You want the solution? Give me the solution.
When he was asked, do you know why you said give him the solution? What was his answer? I don't. I have no recollection of saying it. But he did admit that Mr. Graciano, at that point, was handcuffed with his hands behind his back, which is crucial because all of these uses of force that occurred while Mr. Graciano was handcuffed, at that point, were all unreasonable. I mean, unless the jury were convinced otherwise.
Get your feet out. Hey, stop moving. That's all right. I give him away. I give him a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Oh, please help me. Oh. You done moving? Yeah. He's blind now. Back up. Stop fighting, man.
What is that?
Pepper spray. Caliente, man.
I didn't know anybody wanted it.
Mucho caliente. Now, could you calm down so I can fix my tie, sir? I look a mess. I'm all disheveled. Somebody lost their name tag, too. My name tag, too, sir. Really? How is anyone going to identify me as a deputy now?
You shouldn't be a deputy in the first place. Neither should your scumbag friends.
Stop fighting! Stop! Fighting! We do this all night, man. Do this all night long. Back up. We got too many people in this big thing.
Let's get him up.
The internal investigation file did include one more officer's body cam that captured some of the aftermath.
Try 127. I was unable to call the last week in your meeting.
28663-073.
They're looking for a firearm. They're looking for a firearm. All of you guys intoxicated?
Yes, sir. But
We don't have it.
I came back to drop them off, and we were gonna go back out. And he's
Okay. If you're hammered, don't say anything.
good.
You got everybody's got a license, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, this is what right now. This is what we're looking at. You guys will be leaving. They want you out. Okay. But if we don't have any probable cause for an arrest, you guys will be packing your stuff. We'll be waiting for you. And you're gonna escort you off the property.
Good.
Fair.
The one before that turns valid to a electrical subject in
They want us to drive, though?
I said if you're
Good.
intoxicated, be quiet. We're trying to stop you guys from getting arrested. If we tell you don't go in there, don't go in there. If we tell you to be quiet, be quiet.
Thank you.
We're trying to figure out a way to get you guys out of here so nobody gets arrested.
Just doesn't sound
Okay.
good, that's all.
So just be quiet until we get it figured out. You know, I got no check on that.
Do this all night long. We got too many people in this big thing.
Get him up.
Yeah.
Come on, Sarge. Take care of the tie. Save the tie, please, Sarge. Up. Little boy.
They got them all.
Little boy. Please, I give up. I turn over. Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Stop stepping on me. Stop trying to stop my feet. I'm not trying. That's my Please, please. No.
And wait till you see his face when they get him back to the jail. They have to blur it out because it's beat up. You talk about scumbags. You know,
Please, stop. Stop.
Pertaining to after the footage cuts off, Deputy Carezza was also charged with allegedly lying to the FBI and falsifying his report. In regards to that, the federal judge who heard the evidence during the jury trial had this to say in response to the defendant's motion to dismiss. When a reasonable juror compares the video evidence, witness testimony, and Carezza's use of force report, she could find beyond a reasonable doubt that Carezza falsified his report. Carezza's use of force report states he used knee strikes on Mr. Graciano to gain control of his arms before restraining them in handcuffs. By a review of video evidence and witness testimony, a reasonable juror could conclude Carezza used knee strikes on Mr. Graciano after he was handcuffed in the doorway of Mr. Graciano's hotel room leading to the hallway. Carezza omitted use of knee strikes in his use of force report. Similarly, video evidence and witness testimony has demonstrated Carezza's use of pepper spray on Mr. Graciano after he was restrained in handcuffs.
What is that?
Pepper spray. It's caliente, man.
I didn't know anybody wanted.
Mucho caliente.
But Carezza only reported his use of pepper spray on Mr. Graciano before he was in handcuffs. Finally, Carezza marked himself injured on the use of force form, but he never indicated he was. Also, a reasonable juror can review all the documentary, video, and testimonial evidence admitted during the government's case in chief and find that Carezza intended to impede the FBI's investigation by his knowingly false statements.
Yeah, 1 second. Oh, come on, man. Deface my property. Destroy my nameplate. You awake? Rise and shine. All right, we're selling this bench, man. Do not be spitting and shit. You understand me, Winston? Yes, sir. We don't want to go through the whole thing again, do we? Never again, sir. All right. Now turn around here and sit down, Winston. Sit. Yes, sir. All right, let's get some pictures of Winston. Yeah. Winston made some poor decisions tonight, didn't we, Winston? I'll never make them again, sir. Yeah. People say that all the time, Winston. You know what they do, though? They make more poor decisions. I never want to feel this, you know? Yeah, most people don't, Winston. All right, look straight ahead. Look up here, Winston. Look at me, man. Yes, sir. That one eye not open? Yes, sir. How you take pictures of it?
Just press it.
This?
Yeah, those takes it.
Shame, it's fucking Christmas.
You mean the guy's not even smart enough to use a basic, simple camera? Wow.
Yeah. Winston, you gonna get me in more trouble, man? You gonna let me fingerprint you and shit? We're not gonna scrap anymore? No, sir. Because I promise you, man, I'm gonna come out on top again. Yes, sir. I believe you, sir. All right, man. Stand up. Yes, sir. Walk over there, take a left from that room.
You know, it's easy to come on top when there's 6 of you guys on top of him. Let's go 1-to-1, you little puss.
Yes, sir. Want someone take these cuffs off, man? I swear, man. Like, believe it or not, this has been me calm, man. Yes, sir. Even when I was hitting you and shit, that was me calm. If you try to fight me in my house.
That was me hitting you. So he admits it. What a scumbag cop. And why this cop's not in prison? Because you Karens and Darrens and bootlickers out there give them the doubt. Oh, but he wasn't listening. Well, he was asleep when he was woken up by an asshole.
I will absolutely annihilate you, Winston. Yes, sir. There's not going to be anything left, man. You understand me? Like, I will lose my shit in here. Yes, sir. This is my home. You do not come into my home and with me, Winston. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. I'm going to do this right cuff. You're going to put your hand straight to the back of your head. You understand that, Winston? Yes, sir. Now, wait, do that, man. I'm going to go eat something real quick. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, he's going to have some marks on his torso, I would imagine. You feel like they'll refuse him for that?
They might. I can call him and ask him.
Call him and ask him. I don't take that asshole. I can't. Explain him the situation that he was combating.
Ask Gunn. He used to work there.
Hey, Gunn, will they take him like that?
Unbelievable, Winston. You've become a huge pain in my ass,
I
man.
know, I'm sorry, sir. Tell me what I can do to fix it, sir.
Nah, it's unfixable. Winston, you know what FUBAR means?
Fix it. I'll do whatever I can, sir. I'm gonna make it right.
Will an EMS refusal work?
Yeah. An EMS refusal work?
And he's so messed up in his face, they have to blur it out. Incredible.
I mean, yeah. But we definitely need to, clean them up.
And you Karens and Darrens put this maniac, psychopath, back out on the street. And when he kills somebody, it's going to be your fault.
What do you think?
I can knock them myself, sir. You don't have to get dirty, sir.
Well, because they ask you down there if they
All right, Quentin. We'll get you up, man. We'll take some more pictures of you.
Thank you, sir.
Gonna stand up.
Yes, sir.
Walk over here.
Keep going. I got you. Keep going.
All right. Look straight up. All right. Turn your body to the right, man. Did you shit yourself, Winston? What does that smell, man? It smells like feces. Winston, we're going to fingerprint you.
Yes, sir.
The handcuffs are going to come off.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Listen to me, Winston. I want to refresh you on this, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
said that you were done a few times and you continued to fight.
Never again.
Look, man, I'm going to lose my shit on you. At this point, my patience with you is done. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel me on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Take these handcuffs off, man.
Thank
If
you.
you so much as push me, man, I'm going to you up.
Never, sir.
All right. Motherfucker. Oh, man. This was given to me when I very first started this job by someone, man. If you made me lose it once, I'm going to be real upset.
Yes, sir.
Put your hand straight to the back of your head. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Deputy, you good? You need further assistance?
Straight to the back of your head, Winston. Do it now. Hand to the back of your head. Hand to the back of your head.
Oh,
You good? You need to go.
No, I'm good. All right, Winston, stand up. Dry your hands off on your shirt, man. Keep your hands nice and dry.
yes, sir.
All right, step over here, man. We're going to do your fingerprints.
Yes, sir.
Push your sleeves up here a little bit.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, man, you need to watch it, Winston. You need to watch it, because you've been real shitty with me. If you step at me like that again, we'll you up, Winston. You understand me?
Yes, sir. I'll never do it again, sir. I didn't mean to, sir.
Push your sleeves up. You know, let's stand up, man. I want to do your left. I appreciate you wanting to be super compliant. Don't be breathing on me, man. Don't be breathing on me. There you go.
I guess we can see why they didn't want to give me the footage. Outside of like gruesome death situations, this is some of the most disturbing police body cam footage that I have ever seen. This guy appears to be a complete psychopath. The way he treated this guy, Mr. Graciano, through all this, do you know what happened with the criminal charges afterwards? The prosecutor's office, on their own, unsolicited, boom, dismissed all the charges. Like they didn't want anything to do with it. I wonder why. Nobody would have ever seen this body cam, but for the feds stepping in. There also was a civil lawsuit and it settled for like 175 grand. And at first I was like, I want to see that body cam because that's a lot. But now after watching it, I feel like no wonder the civil rights lawyers didn't want to give me that footage because the footage is terrible. In my opinion, the settlement should have been way, way more than that. But hey, look at what the jurors in that jurisdiction did. How can you watch that and acquit that police officer? As a trial lawyer, I respect jury verdicts. I also know that juries get it wrong. This illustrates how difficult it is to hold police officers accountable. When you have this case, and even then, jurors who want to be able to trust their police officers will bend over backwards to let them off the hook. As we know in our criminal justice system, not guilty does not mean innocent. The prosecution has the burden to prove beyond any reasonable doubt. If they don't meet that burden, and perhaps they didn't hear, then the jury has to acquit. That does not mean that there were no civil rights violations. There were other elements in a criminal case and a higher burden of proof than you'd have in a civil rights lawsuit. Maybe the worst part here is that I think this police officer, after he was acquitted, this was the real consequence of what the jury did here, is now back there in Monongalia County, West Virginia, with a badge and a gun. This police officer, who we see through this video, seems to be absolutely a sadistic psychopath.
Do you like that solution? I got that problem solver, man. I got that problem solver, huh? It's caliente, man.
I didn't know anybody wanted
Mucho caliente. Now, could you calm down so I can fix my tie, sir? I look a mess. I'm all disheveled. Stop, boy! Stop! Boy! We can do this all night, man. Do this all night long. Stop stepping on me!
Oh, come on, man. Deface my property. Destroy my nameplate. You awake? Rise and shine. Sit.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, man, you need to watch it, Winston. You need to watch it, because you've been real shitty with me. If you step at me like that again, we'll you up, Winston. You understand me?
Yes, sir. I'll never do it again, sir. I didn't mean to, sir.
Push your sleeves up.
He's out there right now. This is the same officer that the FBI concluded, that the Department of Justice concluded, and that a federal judge concluded lied, not just to the FBI, but lied in his written police reports. Yet he is still working as a police officer. Absolutely one of the most insane videos I have ever covered. As I said in the beginning, you are a juror now. Let me know in a comment, what is your verdict and why? You can follow along by subscribing here and also at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on Twitter at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.
Okay, guys, so what do you think? Psychopath? Yeah, you think. And you Karens and Darrens and bootlickers, put him back on the streets. So when he kills somebody, you're to blame. Way to go. Good job. Incredible. We're trying to fix a problem, and you guys just make it worse. Absolutely incredible. Guys, always film the police because they're not your friends. Have a nice day and enjoy.